Right, we have Lloyd here from Nokia, and he's going to demo the Nokia Lumia 800.
Hi. So, first of all, I want to take you through the design aspects of the product. As you can see, it's extremely sexy, very beautiful, very elegant, very clean clean design. No lines that interrupt the product. It's phenomenally built. Similar to how the N9 is created with this amazing polycarbonate casing. And you'll see the attention to detail, or I should say, less attention to detail. There is just, the less you do sometimes, the more you get. And I think you can really see that with the whole overall design. The body flows seamlessly into the glass. And you'll see at most angles that the actual glass curves at all angles as well, which is fantastic. It gives you this great seamless experience. We've got the top, which contains the micro USB, and inside here is the micro SIM tray. I won't put it up because it'll turn the phone off. So the actual body is also the same materials as ice hockey helmets, so extremely durable. Okay, really good. The actual display is a WVGA 800 by 480, which is fantastic. It's an AMOLED display, and it's a clear black display. So what you may have seen before on the E7 and the C601, and you have this like inky black look to it. When you turn the display off, it becomes very hard to see where the display starts and finishes. It's very different. So let me show you through a couple of the other key things. Number one will be our People Hub, and this is all about people, places. So I have here, I'm signed into my Facebook and my Twitter and my LinkedIn accounts, and as you can see, I've got all my contacts. Now I can search these in quite a few ways. So I can search just by the name, and I can type in K, and I can get to KA, and I can see I've got a few here, as you can see, really good. As you see, it's in LinkedIn. Or I can choose to press the first letter of the alphabet, and I can actually search for it in another way. And I think that's pretty cool. If you have a lot of contacts, you don't want to type the whole name in. If I scroll across, I've got What's New. And this What's New is looking at all my social accounts that I'm signed into right now. So if I was to look at, say, for instance, Windows Live, Facebook, LinkedIn, I'm looking at not just one, but all of them together, which is fantastic. So I have here all of my accounts. It could be I want to look at Engadget. I can click Engadget's name and I can go straight into it. So I'm not having to necessarily go away, copy the name, find it in somewhere else, another application. I can literally click onto that. And I think that's fantastic. Well, I'll scroll across again. I've got my recent contacts as well. So this is the Nokia Twitter page, for instance. So here we've got our tags, we've got all the information, and I can group accounts together. So it could be I want to group Nokia with Nokia Beta Labs. I want to link it with Twitter and the Care. I want to link it from Nokia UK. And you can actually see that instead of just having one contact, I can actually merge them together. So what it's going to now do is I can potentially mention the particular type of Nokia accounts, put it all on one profile, which is great. I can also pin this to the start screen. So everything from any of those accounts that I'm signed up with right now, linked together, any one of those accounts will come through on that tile. Therefore, I don't have to have 5 separate things. I can have just one tile with everything on it. The same for buddies. I've got a group of friends that I love to keep up with and keep to, you know, all the information. And as you can see, it's going to scroll around. It's going to say that I've got 5 numbers, I've got all emails. And if one of these people were to send me a message, an email, it will actually say from this particular group who it's from. But it means I don't have to have 5 individual profiles. I can have them grouped together as buddies. And that's really important. It's something that most other products don't do. You have a nice group page where you can have everything on it. So the second thing I want to show you is IE9. So IE9 here is the same experience we have on the desktop. We have full support for HTML5, which is fantastic, so the future-proof of web development content and how we deliver it. We've got a hardware acceleration on the product as well. So inside it with a 1.4 gigahertz Snapdragon, that is, again, it's going to be used for hardware acceleration as well as the dedicated GPU as well, which is fantastic.
Could you load Nokia Mobile Blog really quick on the...
Yeah, we'll see. So it's the Nokia...
No, that's Mark's blog. My blog is NokiaMobileblog.com.
Nokia Mobile.
Yeah, so you have the Nokia blog loaded in there.
Yeah, blog.com.
Yeah.
It may work, it may not. Apologies if it doesn't. With the amount of capacity on the routers today, it's
yeah, the Wi-Fi is too spotty.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately. So, but whilst that's loading, what we can do is we can actually bring up, say, tab browsing as well. And so, you know, with this is really fantastic. I'm able to kind of see here the page that I've got. So I'm just going to go to our Nokia one, for instance, and you'll see, you know, how smooth and responsive the product really is. And again, with the hardware acceleration, how things look and feel. Very crisp, very smooth, very elegant. And it just gives us one of the greatest, I think, web experience that I have ever used on any product before. So we'll see if that page is loading. So not knowledge yet. Well, maybe we'll come back to that. We can multitask, which is fantastic within Mango.
How many tabs can you open?
I don't know the exact number. It's a very good question. I can find that out for you, so we can make sure we get that in. But I'll find out exactly what the capacity is. In terms of having multitask applications, I don't know. In terms of having tiles on the home screen, 256, and in terms of tabs within the internet browser, 6 at a time. So now let me show you, for instance.
Is the web page loading while it's in the back, or?
Yeah, it will still continue, but I'm trying to look for the Wi-Fi.
Yes, the internet is pretty bad.
Yeah, this is what. So yeah, this is what we're going to happen. So it doesn't really bring it up, but maybe we can just get a photo for the site later. So let me show you the main differentiations between us and other manufacturers. So one, of course, we've looked at design. We've looked at a great Carl Zeiss 8 megapixel optics camera, 720p, which we just filmed with our diversity on stage, a dual LED flash, the third generation of LEDs as well. So again, 30% brighter than standard LEDs, and you really notice this. And I think we actually pioneered that on the N86, and we've used that ongoing, and that's fantastic experience. Okay, you'll notice again the body of the design, all the holes at the bottom are individually drilled. Okay, so they're precisionally done, they're precise as they can be, and it's quite hard to see on camera here, but the actual icons, the actual tiles look like they float across the display. I could show you some competitor products that have gaps between the screen. This is a zero gap, no air between the screen and the glass, and actually there's zero air within the phone.
Yeah, the viewing angle is excellent.
Yeah,
really.
And when you see it from all angles, it just looks like they are floating. It's incredible, and I urge all the viewers to kind of get their hands on one and have a play with it, just to see the display. It is phenomenal. So Nokia Drive is built into every Nokia Lumia experience, or Windows Nokia phone, and you'll see that on the 710 as well. And what this does is giving us completely free offline drive mode in 100 countries worldwide. No additional data charges needed.
How do you download the maps to the
really
Lumia
good question.
800?
So to the Lumia 800 or the 710, what we're able to do is click into the options. And what we've got is we've got set destination, 2D, about, etc. If we go to settings, you'll find that we've got day colors, we've got landmarks we can turn on and off, we've got manage maps. So here I can now, as you would with any normal ANA-based product or Bell-based product that you've got, like the 700, you're able to go into Nokia Maps or Nokia Drive and download the additional maps to where we would like to go before we get there. Therefore, we don't need to necessarily have any data roaming. So we can go into, what country should we go to?
Let's go to Colombia.
So
that's in America.
America.
And there it is, Colombia.
There we go.
That's amazing.
So I could download this, and what we're able to do is install that to the product. It's there with me everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, and of course, once we want to delete that, we can do.
So you don't have to plug the phone to a computer like you did with the Nokia and Series phones, where you had to use Nokia Map Loader.
But that actually changed probably about a year ago. We've been able to use Wi-Fi downloading for about a year now in say Symbian Anna and the new future Bell products, and therefore I haven't actually used a Nokia OV Suite application to download map data for quite some time, and that includes the voices as well. So we can easily get rid of these map information as well. So click out of that. So you can get rid of map data once you've got it on there. But yeah, we can click into settings and we can get things like this, voices, and we can download others.
Download voices, different voices?
Yeah, so again, you can go into this again, Wi-Fi dependent. You can see just how many
languages there are.
I believe it's 100 languages, or nearer to 100 languages.
Can you show us Nokia Music really quick?
Yeah, absolutely. So the next thing will be Nokia Music, which is again a main differentiation between us and other brands in terms of Windows. So one of the cool things you've got here, this actually works with Zune. It tells you what you've been playing in Zune, and also your library that's in Zune. So and vice versa. Zune will tell you what you've got in Nokia Music, because of course we have an MP3 store. So my music is now reading that content from the entire device, and that includes the Zune as well, what I've downloaded. So all of my artists, all my albums, all my songs, all my genres, all my playlists, they're all looking the same, and that would look the same in Zune. What we've got here though, for instance, is mixed radio. So I'm going to load up mixed radio, and what it will do is actually give me a genre, a population of genre of what we're able to kind of find here. So I'm able to go into say one, and let's go into rap and hip hop. It's going to find that particular genre, and it's going to give me all the other information about it. Now I can, if I want to, press and hold on one of these and make that available offline for 4 weeks.
It will stay in the phone for 4
It will
weeks.
stay in the phone for 4 weeks, and I can do that for four other offline playlists. So I always have music with me, regardless of whether I have internet connection. After that 4 weeks in it allows you to update the actual playlist, because of course then we want you to have the latest music. But I can easily just play this. I can stream this on Wi-Fi 3G, and I can run this in the background, and I'll show you that once it starts to play. We can also use this for buying music via the Nokia store, so MP3 downloads we can do, and you'll see this button here. Once the music starts to play, we actually link this button into the Nokia MP3 store, therefore we can go ahead and buy it. So once it starts to play, we'll see we get some album artwork from the actual content, and if we have an artist page within the music store or Zune, it'll actually bring that page up in the background, the artist page. If I was to click here, you'll find that we're now in the music, the MP3 download, and I can download that. Again, I've got recommendations.
So you pay for it and then it downloads?
Yeah, with your Nokia account.
Okay.
So if you have a registered credit or debit card, and as you can see, it's not the artist page, but it does give you a really nice look.
So you can also buy music from the Nokia music app?
Absolutely. So MP3 style, rather than having paid.
Does it compete with Zune, since you can also buy songs in the App Store, in the marketplace?
You can still buy apps and music and games in the marketplace, absolutely. But we've got an MP3 store you can buy from Nokia as well.
Okay.
And
so you have two options in one phone.
Absolutely. And we urge developers that when they want to create an application, we can forward load them onto the Nokia MP3 store. Therefore, again, revenue streams work in all areas. If I lock the phone and I unlock it, or you'll see that I've got the music at the top. So what it's doing, it's not just giving me the information from Zoom, but it's giving me the information from, for instance, Nokia Music. As you can see there, and I can jump into that application if I'm not already in it. So if I come out of this and go into it, jump me back into the app. Very, very cool. The last thing I want to show you in Nokia Music, for instance, is gigs. So what this is going to do is going to find where we are, near to me, all the local gigs that are going to happen either today or a couple of days later. And it's going to give me the area of where it is and information. And at a later stage, you'll be able to purchase them from this as well.
You will be able to purchase tickets from...
at a later stage.
Okay.
Things need to be worked out, but things, as you can see, this is the first build, and again, Wi-Fi dependent. At a later stage, you will be able to purchase gig tickets from this as well. But I can't say when, but at a later stage.
Okay, thank you, Lloyd. It's been an awesome video overview of the Nokia Lumia 800. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
That was amazing.